Sha'Carri Richardson is having one of the best stretches of her career, and right now she is the quickest woman in the United States by a clear margin. Just a year ago, things looked very different. Her 2025 season was derailed by injury. Her fastest mark barely dipped under 11 seconds, and she limped home to a fifth-place finish at the World Championships. Plenty of people started wondering if her best days were behind her. Then 2026 arrived, and everything flipped. She has already clocked 10.77, 10.79, and 10.83, 3 races under 10.85 seconds this season alone. That puts her at the top of the American rankings, ahead of every other sprinter in the country. And now she's headed to New York City for the USA Track and Field Outdoor Championships with one clear goal in mind: a third national title in the 100 meters. This year's championships run from July 23rd through the 26th, for days packed with the country's best track and field talent. The venue is Icahn Stadium on Randall's Island, just across the water from Manhattan, and the location itself carries weight. New York hasn't hosted this meet since 1991, 35 years ago. And there's an extra layer of history attached to this year's event, since it marks the 150th anniversary of the very first USA Championships, which were held in the Bronx all the way back in 1876. Track is essentially returning to its roots, and Richardson walks into that setting as the runaway favorite in the women's 100. To really understand why this comeback matters, it helps to look back at her career so far. She's 26 years old and has already packed an enormous amount into her time at the top. She became world champion in 2023, then took Olympic silver in the 100 meters in Paris in 2024. She's easily one of the most recognizable names in the sport. She's also crossed the finish line first at the U.S. Championships 3 separate times, in 2021, 2023, and 2024, though the 2021 result was later stripped from her record, leaving her with 2 official titles. A win this time around would give her a third, putting her in the same company as Carmelita Jeter, the only other woman to claim 3 national 100-meter titles since the year 2000. Then came the rough patch. In 2025, an early season injury threw off her training and never really let her get back on track. Her top time that year was just 10.94, and although she still qualified for the World Championships, she came away with a disappointing 5th-place finish, a tough result for someone accustomed to standing at the top of the podium. Her comeback really began to take shape on June 14, 2026, at the LA Grand Prix. It was her first 100-meter race since Worlds the year before, and there was a lot riding on it. She delivered, winning in 10.99 seconds with a smooth, controlled run, fast out of the blocks, steady through the middle, and pulling away in the final stretch. Her training partner Kayla White crossed second in 11.08, with Tomari Davis close behind in 11.11. That race made her the 12th American woman to break 11 seconds so far this year, and she did it running into a light headwind. Afterward, speaking with NBC Sports, she came across calm and grounded, saying she felt good about the opener and was focused on continuing to train and finish the season even stronger. She also looked further down the road, toward the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles, describing the moment as a kind of reminder that earning a spot on that team will take real work between now and then. From there, her times kept dropping, 10.83, then 10.79, then 10.77, each race a little sharper than the last. Now the focus shifts to New York, where the women's 100-meter semifinals and final both take place on Friday, July 24th, in a window running roughly from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That means Richardson will have to deliver 2 strong performances in a single evening. One thing works in her favor. Melissa Jefferson-Wooden, last year's defending champion, who also swept the 100, 200, and 4x100 at the World Championships in September, has chosen to skip the 100 at this year's Nationals and focus only on the 200. That removes arguably her toughest rival from the field. Still, the competition is far from soft. Brittany Brown, who took bronze in the 200 at the Paris Olympics, is entered, along with Mackenzie Long, who placed 7th in that same event in Paris, and Jenna Prandini, a 2-time Olympian in her own right. These are serious competitors, but none of them are running Richardson's kind of times. Her season best of 10.77 seconds is faster than anyone else in the field on paper, which makes her the clear favorite heading in. There's more to this race than just another national title, though. It's part of a larger story about setbacks and recovery. Richardson's career has included suspensions, injuries, and a missed Olympic Games, and each time people questioned whether she was finished, she found a way to come back stronger. A third national title at Icahn Stadium would place her alongside Carmelita Jeter in the record books, confirm that her difficult 2025 was just a temporary setback rather than a decline, and set her up perfectly heading into the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles. The final will air live on NBC Sports and Peacock, with USATF.tv also carrying coverage. And for anyone who follows the sport, it's a race worth watching. Sha'Carri Richardson has always had star power, but this season she looks like something even more. A competitor who has absorbed some hard lessons and come out sharper for it. She looks composed. She looks fast. She looks ready. And when the gun goes off Friday night under the lights in New York, she has a real chance to remind everyone exactly who she is. A win there would send a message far beyond the stadium. It would tell Melissa Jefferson-Wooden that the top spot isn't just handed over. It would tell rising sprinters in Jamaica and across Europe that she isn't going anywhere. And it would remind fans at home that American sprinting still has someone at the front of the pack. Claiming a third national title at 26 isn't just another line on her resume. It's a statement that she's peaking at exactly the right moment, with the Los Angeles Olympics only 2 years away. There's also something fitting about the setting itself. New York has always been a city drawn to comeback stories. Loud, unapologetic, and far more interested in what you're doing right now than in what happened before. That energy suits Richardson well. Her presence, her confidence, her speed, all of it fits naturally on a stage like this. If she runs the way she has all season, the crowd at Icahn Stadium won't just be watching a race. They'll be watching a moment. A sprinter who was written off a year ago reclaiming her place at the top of American track. And when she crosses that finish line, there will be little doubt left about one thing. Sha'Carri Richardson is back, and she's here to stay.